Welcome. We'll build a clear mental picture of what you're looking at. Think of n8n as a friendly robot that follows steps you draw as boxes and arrows. Each box does a small job, and the arrows show the order. Together, they create a workflow, like a step-by-step recipe. This workflow is a certificate creator and checker with two jobs. It creates a certificate with a unique ID, saves details, makes a PDF, and emails it. It also verifies certificates later by checking an ID and replying with the result. This is useful for courses where you need fast, consistent certificates. It removes manual steps, reduces errors, and makes verification easy. There are two entrances into this automation. One entrance creates a certificate from submitted learner details. The other entrance checks an incoming certificate ID for validity. So one path issues a certificate, and the other confirms if an ID is valid. A trigger is what wakes up the workflow, like a doorbell. In this workflow, the doorbells are webhooks. A webhook is a special web address that listens for incoming requests. We have one webhook for creation and one for verification. An action is a job the workflow performs. Actions here include generating an ID, searching a table, saving a row, making a PDF, and sending an email. Think of actions like cooking steps: chop, stir, bake. Automation connects these steps so they run in order without clicks. An API call is asking another service for help through a small digital conversation. This workflow asks a PDF service to build the document and uses Gmail to send it. A data table is like a spreadsheet inside n8n that stores your records. Here it keeps name, surname, and certification ID so we can look things up later. The creation path begins at webhook creation. It listens for an HTTP post request at a path named certifications. Think of it as a tiny inbox waiting for learner details. The request headers include name, surname, course, and email. Once received, those details become the starting data for the flow. Next, Generate Certification ID creates a unique code. It mixes the current time with random characters and makes an uppercase ID. Imagine it like a coat check ticket number. The output is a new field called ID, which becomes the certification ID. Find Certification by ID searches the table for that ID. If a row exists, the ID is taken. If not, it is free. Certification ID exists is an if check that reads the result. If taken, the flow loops back to generate a fresh ID and tries again. This loop guarantees a unique ID even when many requests arrive. Insert Certificate and writes a new row into the certifications table. It stores name, surname, and the unique certification ID. Now the learner's record lives in a central, reliable place. This record powers verification later and keeps PDF and email data consistent. Generate a PDF document fills a template with today's date, the learner's name, course, and the ID. It outputs a real, branded PDF under a binary field named document.pdf. Email Certification sends a message via Gmail to the learner's email. The subject says your certification is ready and the PDF is attached. The learner receives a professional certificate in their inbox. Webhook Check listens at its own URL for an HTTP post with an ID header. Find Certification by ID 1 looks up that ID in the same table. If found, certification exists leads to respond found with OK true and the name details. If not found, respond not found returns OK false for a clear answer. A website can show valid or invalid instantly to the user. A training academy collects name, surname, course, and email in a simple form. Submitting the form triggers creation, generates a unique ID, saves the row, builds the PDF, and emails it. The learner's phone buzzes with the certificate before they leave class. Later, a hiring manager enters the ID on a verification page. The workflow replies OK, true with the name, and the manager proceeds confidently. Add columns like course date, instructor, or score, and map them in the insert step. Edit the PDF template to match your brand and include new placeholders. Personalize email content or swap Gmail for SMTP or another provider. Accept the ID in the request body if your site needs it, or add a QR code to the PDF. Add gentle error handling and route to different templates as you scale.